Chapter 5. Bruce who? April 8th, 2019. Day 5. I get my wake up per usual by the sound of the guard yelling. I sit up, scan the cell, and see a new face. It belongs to a younger looking Chinese man, and I cannot place it, but there is something off about him. I shake the thought away and get up and start my morning routine. Me. Hey, y'all boys sleep?
All right, man. How about you?
Pretty straight. You were right about us getting new cellmates during the night.
They only bring people at night.
Everybody begins moving around, using the bathroom, brushing their teeth, and the usual things people do when they wake up. I go to wash my armpits again and immediately think that I need some deodorant. I get an idea after a quick brainstorm, so after washing up, I use the soap as if it is deodorant, leaving my pits with a fresh hint of lemon. I have not showered since Thursday morning, and up until this point, I have not seen anybody use the shower. However, these folks are different out here. Hygiene means something else to them. I go back into the cell and sit down next to Victor and Lenny. As we wait for breakfast to come by the cell, we hear yelling coming through our window from a distance. A man.
Whoever is out there and can hear my voice, my name is Bruce. I've been locked up here for a year now. The U.S. Embassy won't renew my passport, so I am stranded here. My family has no clue where I am, and they probably think I'm dead. They won't allow me to make any phone calls, write letters, or anything. My wife is a music teacher in Canada. I'm an author of a book called that you can find on Amazon exposing the U.S. government for being behind 9/11. I also have records of 87 high-end government officials that have private bank accounts filled with millions of dollars of tax money. Please, if somebody can find my wife on the internet and tell her my whereabouts to help me get out of here, I will give you a $10,000 reward. Money isn't an issue. This is completely wrong what they're doing to me, and I'm afraid I'll never get out of here. They will hold me here until I die. Please. My name is Bruce. Thank you for your time.
I turn to Victor and Lenny. Bro, what the fuck was that about?
Man, he does that every morning.
Damn, bro, that's crazy as fuck. My psyche is thrown by that shit. I never heard him in my first cell.
Yeah, he's been doing this every morning since I've been here.
Damn. Locked up for over a year? These folks not letting you out? U.S. Embassy not fucking with you on a passport? And you're not allowed to make contact with anybody? He claims he has evidence of the U.S. government and some of its officials being behind some corrupt shit, so that possibly explains why he's been locked up with no contact to anybody. They pretty much exiled him. That's probably why his family lives in Canada. But how he end up out here? And what did he get locked up for? I'll be sure to listen closer tomorrow morning and try and catch his name so I can look him up once I get out of here. Breakfast comes by the cell and I make my breakfast sandwich while I think about Bruce some more. I feel as if I identified a lot with him on the aspect of being locked up here with nobody knowing where you are and you don't know how long you're going to be here. Now, the fact that the U.S. Embassy did not help him renew his passport does not sit well with me. I know there is a deeper reason behind it. Lenny, have you met with the embassy yet?
Yeah, they came on a Thursday and my agent was this hot black chick. She was a really nice lady from Chicago. She told me that as soon as the immigration guy finds me a ticket and I get somebody to buy it, that's when I can go.
World.
The immigration guy comes on a Wednesday, so hopefully he'll have a ticket for me and I'll be out of here by Friday. If you have the same sentence as me, then your sentence will have been served by Wednesday, so you could possibly be out of here by Friday too. That'd be crazy because foreigners never get out when they're supposed to.
That would be really cool. I still have a few more days to go with my sentence and haven't seen my embassy yet.
Shit, that would be lit. I hope it plays out in my favor. The nurses come by shortly after breakfast, followed by the guards to do their daily roll call. Lunch is not for another 2.5 hours, so we're sitting until then. The new cellmate walks up to me and begins speaking in Chinese, so instinctively I look at Lenny and ask him to translate. Lenny and the guy start conversing, and Lenny turns to me and translates.
He's asking if that's your real hair, and I explain to him that it is and how it came to be.
Other cellmates overhear the conversation and begin conversing with Lenny. I'm sitting here clueless to what it is they are discussing.
They want to know how long you've been growing your hair.
10 years. He continues to translate to the locals and they continue to talk more. One man who looks like he's about 40 to 50 years old goes on a rant, and as he is speaking, I see Lenny drop his head while shaking it side to side and gently touching it.
God, these dudes are so fucking ignorant, it's pissing me off. This man has a theory of why black people's hair is curly and why Chinese people's hair is straight. Chinese people's hair is straight because throughout history, we've been eating a lot of pork and the hairs on the pig are straight. Black people eat a lot of beef and the hair on the cow is curly. So essentially, our specific hair textures are due to what we eat.
I burst out laughing, but I think his theory is cool.
Just ignore them. Chinese people are extremely ignorant when it comes to people of other races and cultures.
No offense taken, they're just curious. Tell them that black people eat just as much pork as them and have been throughout history. The pig is one of the main animals they forced my people to eat during slavery, and it was mainly the parts of the pig the slave master wouldn't eat. Our hair texture derives from genetics, demographics, geographic location, and evolution. He turns around to translate, and they nod their heads as if they understood better now. What does a theory man do for a living? Lenny turns to ask him, and they converse for a little bit.
He's a chef at a 5-star restaurant that's down the street from here, ironically.
Damn, for real? That's dope as fuck. Ask him what are some of his best dishes. Through Lenny's translation, I learned that this man is a chef who specializes in seafood dishes, which honestly sounds really good. I make sure to let the chef know this, and he responds about meeting again one day, whether in this life or the next. I shake his hand and come up with a nickname for him easily. Chef. How do you say chef in Mandarin?
Sushi.
Me while pointing at chef. Sushi. He smiles and gives me a thumbs up. Victor, can you speak Mandarin?
Yeah, I can speak a little bit.
It's quiet for me. I know just enough to get me by.
What do you mean, it's quiet?
Yeah, I was wondering the same. I feel like I have an idea, but I'm not quite sure.
I got it from my boy Barry. I heard him use it and I like the underlying meaning behind it. If I say it's quiet, it means that it's not happening whatsoever. It's dead. It's literally so dead that there isn't any noise. I've been using it ever since.
It's quiet.
Quiet.
I like it. It's unique in a way.
So how y'all end up in China?
Well, I have a family here, so after college I moved here, got a job, and I've been here ever since. I travel frequently from China to the US though, especially for work, so I'm home every now and again.
World. What do you do for work?
I'm an investor for this movie production company, so people come to me first with their scripts. I review them, and if I like what I see, then I send it to the board for final approval.
Damn, your job lit as fuck.
I lived in Taiwan for a year as an exchange student in my senior year of high school. I always wanted to come to China, so I came 2 years later. I've been in China for about a year and a half now.
Damn, bro. You been here for over a year on a tourist visa?
Yeah.
Damn. Them things only good for like a couple months. You over here big chilling, working and all.
Yeah, man.
How'd you manage to find a consistent work to be out here for so long?
I did a bunch of different things for income. I thought I was an English audio recorder for this one company. I tutored pretty much any job that could pay me under the table.
Well, we continue doing our thing. Our next meal arrives and we begin our routine again.
Man, I can't wait to get some In-N-Out when I get back to California.
In-N-Out would be so far right now. I haven't had that in years.
What's In-N-Out?
It's a popular fast food burger franchise, mainly on the west coast of America. Their products are very fresh, and they only have like 4 things on their menu.
They burgers fire. You can throw as many patties as you want on them hoes, too. I heard that the owner of In-N-Out used to co-own McDonald's, but they fell out and went their separate ways.
Yeah, that's true, but despite McDonald's success, In-N-Out has better quality products.
You had Roscoe's?
Oh, of course.
They waffles go crazy. Them shits taste like yams.
When I get home, I want to have a Brazilian barbecue.
What do y'all have at Brazilian barbecues?
We cook a lot of beef. Sometimes we add other meats like chicken and stuff, but it's mainly beef.
How y'all season it?
Not even that much seasoning, just sprinkle some salt and voila.
Around 1:30, the guard comes on the intercom to notify us to wake up from our naps. I have to drop a deuce, but I wait for the traffic in the bathroom to clear out first. In the meantime, I began to do some calisthenics, which are bodyweight exercises. I have not been in the gym since last Thursday, so I'm overdue for a workout. I see an empty space on the bunks and walk over to knock out some push-ups. While doing my push-ups, I feel energy shift towards me. Without stopping, I look up and see eyes of amazement across the cell. It is as if these folks have never seen a push-up before. I do about 50, I rest for a minute, and do another 50. I want to work my abs next, so I do a set of planks for a minute. I feel my arms and chest swelling up just from those few reps. Afterwards, the cell leader from my previous cell walks up to me saying something that I cannot understand. I look at Lenny to translate, and he explains that the cell leader was curious about why I never did push-ups in the other cell. I explained that there were a lot more people in the other cell, whereas here, there is more room to maneuver, and I'm in a better headspace. Lenny translates and Shep jumps into the conversation, leaving Lenny to once again drop his head into his hands in disappointment at their ignorance. I found it funny since they really did not understand because they were never exposed to the culture. I grab some toilet paper and go into the bathroom. Me pumping myself up again. Okay, take 2. I step up onto the toilet, pull down my pants and squat. My hip flexors and groins have loosened up a lot since yesterday because I am a lot more comfortable sitting in my squat today. I release my bowels, wipe, throw the toilet paper in the trash, and flush. I clog the toilet again, so I grab the shower hose and spray the turd with water to break it up. As I'm able to get most of it flushed, I spray and flush one more time before giving up. Afterwards, I wash my hands and go back into the cell. Feel hella better. I think that bread is clogging me up.
Yeah, that bread is really, really cheap.
What's up with you, bro? You just stuck it until you get out?
I just can't go. I've tried, but my body wouldn't do it.
I tell him he's gonna get sick.
Yeah, bro, that ain't healthy. First 2 days were hell having to hold mine in. You holding it down, though. I go back to doing more push-ups and crunches while they chill watching whatever's on the TV. Lenny and the new inmate from last night are talking the entire time I'm working out. I return to where I was sitting, and Lenny gives me the rundown of the new cellmate. He explained that the new guy's a 30-year-old homeless man who has been homeless for most of his life. He got locked up for destruction of property after asking some McDonald's employees if he could have the food that they were going to throw away, and when they told him no, he took a chair and broke a sign. Damn, that man 30? I would have guessed he was 19 or 20. He must have been having a fucked up day to spaz out like that.
He definitely has some mental deficiencies. He's not quite all there.
I know he has a hell of a story. How long does he have to serve?
Just 3 days.
I wish we only had 3 days. Hell, I wish I knew how many days I was supposed to do.
Who are you telling?
Yeah, I know you ready to go. You just serve your time and all.
Hopefully this will be my last week here.
Hey, you put it into the universe. I get up and do another set of push-ups while Lenny and Victor chill, and the rest of the cell is watching TV or holding side conversations. I still had time to kill before dinner, so I just relaxed for a bit. It did not take long until the thoughts started to creep in again as I think about how I would be at work right now, planning my lesson for the week and getting ready for my back-to-back classes around this time of the day. I could shower the kid these 30 minutes before dinner comes. I need to shower anyway. Or I grab a stool, my soap, go into the bathroom and set my stool on the sink to lay my jumpsuit on. I turn on the shower and the water pressure and temperature are incredibly powerful. I find the perfect temperature and pressure and it feels refreshing finally bathing even though it's not the most comforting. The hint of lemon begins to fill the air as I wash my body. I apply a lot of pressure on the 4 hot spots, armpits and privates, because they need the most work. Once I finish washing myself, I wash my boxers with the soap. After, I wipe as much excess water off my body that I can with my hands, put my pants back on, wring all the water out of my boxers, grab my jacket, the stool, and go back into the cell. All eyes are on me. I hop up on the bunks and walk over to the window. I open the window and in the small holes of the gate are toothbrushes. I hang my boxes up on the toothbrushes to dry and sit back down to finish air drying. So fresh and so clean. I feel so much better though. This is my first shower since Thursday morning.
Yeah, it isn't the ideal shower one would have in mind.
Niggas barely had soap to wash our hands, yet alone our whole bodies in my last cell, so I'm grateful. 4 o'clock rolls around and dinner comes by the cell. We have tofu soup and rolls, but before I go with everyone else, I wash my hands before I grab my food as usual. After being here for a while now, I noticed that none of the other cellmates wash their hands before eating. Most of them do not wash their hands after using the bathroom. As I wait for people to get their food, I watch each cellmate ahead of me go through the bowl of rolls before grabbing one. Mind you, all the rolls are exactly the same, so what differences are they looking for? I have no idea, but it irritates me because the ones that do not wash their hands at all are the main ones touching all over the rolls. I double up on soup and take the one roll nobody touched, and head back over to my friends. Man, what's up with these nasty ass folk touching all over the rolls, bro? I watch when people come from using the bathroom and barely anybody washes their hands.
It is disgusting what you think about it.
No shit. I'm gonna have to get my food first because these folks either have no awareness about hygiene or don't care. That's a quick way to get sick, especially being in this cell all damn day.
You make me scared to eat now.
These men are nasty, bro. They may be okay with living like this, but it's quiet this way. It's like that everywhere out here. You would think they don't believe in washing their hands. The school I worked at didn't even have soap in the bathroom.
Whoa, for real?
No cap, bro, or toilet paper. They gave the teachers soap and toilet paper to use, but as far as the students and other faculty members, it was quiet for them.
That's disgusting.
Kids are nasty in general. Then with it being cold and folks getting sick, there was so many germs in that damn school. We clean our areas after we eat and head back to the bunks to watch whatever is playing on the TV. It is a romance movie, but I do not think much of it, so it is easy to get lost in my thoughts. My girl starts running through my mind, and I can't stop thinking about how I can't wait to see her. I started to wonder how my family and friends were doing, and what people think happened to me since it is going on day 4 with me being MIA. Not to mention, I miss music so much I can't even think of any songs to sing. When 7 o'clock comes around, the guards do their nightly sweep through the jail. 3 more hours before the day is over.
Yeah, man, we made it through another day.
To me, making it to bedtime each day is completing a level. Once we get to bedtime, the day is over with. When we arise, it'll be a new day closer to getting out. Time goes by fastest when you sleep.
I feel that we're one day closer to getting out of this place.
About an hour passes and the cell door opens. Everybody's attention peaks as we are all wondering who is opening the door and for what reason. It turns out to be a guard, and with him is a new inmate. The new inmate is Chinese, around 6'2", with pretty dark skin that seems to be from him not bathing. He looks nervous as he enters the cell and sits down immediately with his bowl in his lap. Victor and I are towards the back of the cell, while Lenny is towards the front, so he ends up getting a better look at him. As Lenny casually makes his way back to where Victor and I are, we learn more about the newbie's entrance.
Man, that guy smells so bad.
Damn, for real?
Yes, dude. I had to move away from him. Everybody up there smells him.
Damn. Cuz look like he's probably homeless, bro. I began noticing the other cellmates near the front can smell the man's body odor, and he notices that they notice. His body language shows that he's self-conscious about it. I feel bad for him. One cellmate tells him to rinse his feet off because he thinks they are the source of the smell. The new dude walks into the bathroom and rinses his feet off. That man needs some soap. Water alone ain't gonna do nothing. The man comes back into the cell and sits on the bunks with his pants legs rolled up to his knees and water running down his legs and feet. They send him back into the bathroom to wash them again because he still carries his stench, and Lenny gives him some soap this time. Comes back into the cell to air dry afterwards, and the smell dies. Me laughing. Damn, boy, y'all was on that man head.
Bro, y'all didn't smell that shit?
I can just look at him and tell he isn't the freshest. He should be good now, though. We sit around counting down the time until bedtime. Slowly but surely, bedtime comes and the guard notifies us to lay down. Waiting to fall asleep, I think about freedom, doing what I want when I want, and how much I miss the luxury. You literally take it for granted until it's taken away from you. And the desire within me intensifies because I cannot wait to experience that freedom again.